Welcome students. Today we are going to study about the analysis of the compound and the technique by which we analyze the simple organic compound, that is combustion analysis. Students, as you know that the word analysis is concerned to the branch of chemistry, that is analytical chemistry. Analytical chemistry, you know that, is the chemistry of chemical characterization of the compounds. As far as the chemical characterization is concerned, means analysis. Analysis of the compound. First we will handle the topic analysis of the compound. Students, the analytical chemist analyze the compounds in the various steps, and these steps are now mentioned, we will mention here. Students, analysis is concerned to the different steps. These are qualitative analysis, qualitative means which of an element is present in the compound. Which of an element is present in compound का मतलब ये है कि किसी भी कंपाउंड में कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स मौजूद हैं. मीन्स वी ओनली आइडेंटिफाई द एलिमेंट्स which of the element is present in that compound. And other step is the quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis. Chemist take the second step for the analysis is the quantity of the element. What is the mass of the element, each element present in a compound. कि किसी भी कंपाउंड में हर उस एलिमेंट की कितना मैस, कितनी क्वांटिटी मौजूद है. सो वी ओनली आइडेंटिफाई द क्वांटिटी, अमाउंट, मैस ऑफ ईच इंडिविजुअल एलिमेंट प्रेजेंट इन दैट कंपाउंड विच इज अंडर एनालिसिस प्रोसेस. एंड thirdly, percentage composition of elements. That what is the percentage of each element in the compound which is under the process of the analysis. Percentage means the number of grams of an element present in the 100 grams of compound under studied. जो भी compound under the process of the एनालिसिस है, उसके अंदर हर उस एलिमेंट की कितनी परसेंटेज कंपोजिशन है. तो दैट इज द थर्ड स्टेप फॉर द एनालिसिस ऑफ द कंपाउंड्स. फॉर द डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ द परसेंटेज ऑफ एन एलिमेंट, we have the formula that the percentage of an element can be measured by the formula is equal to the mass of an element divided by the mass of a compound multiplied by the 100. Yeah, that can also be determined by this formula. The percentage of an element is equal to the mass of an element divided by the formula mass of a compound multiplied by the 100. Students, after that we have to know in the fourth step, that is what is the empirical and molecular formula of the compound. For that fourth segment, we have to know, we proceed that procedure by a technique, by another analysis process, and which is called as the combustion analysis, by which we can analyze the simple organic compound. Students, as I have mentioned you that the empirical formula and the molecular formula can be determined by the technique, and that technique is the combustion analysis. Combustion analysis is the old technique जिसमें हम सिंपल ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड की एनालिसिस करते हैं, और उस एनालिसिस में जो हमारे सोल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, दीज आर द कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड द वाटर, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड comprises these three elements, that is the carbon, hydrogen and the oxygen. Beside these, there are the other elements are also present like nitrogen and sulfur etc. But the major of these are carbon, hydrogen and the oxygen. In that technique, that is the combustion analysis technique, we combust the simple organic compound in an instrument known as the combustion tube. That combustion tube consists of the various segments, in which the major are its inlet point, combustion chamber, the chamber which is augmented with a furnace in which the simple compound is burnt, combust in the presence of the oxygen, because the oxygen is also forwarded in that chamber through that inlet point. And that, but one thing is noted, that which of the element is under the process of the analysis or under the observation, its weighed amount will be taken in the combustion chamber. And in the next segment is our chamber is there, and these chambers are augmented or with the absorbers, because I have told you that our sole product in the combustion analysis are the carbon dioxide and the water. So the carbon dioxide absorber and water absorbers are placed in the different chambers. This is the chamber specified for the absorber for the water, and that absorber is the magnesium perchlorate, and its weight amount is placed in that chamber. Next, our next chamber is the carbon dioxide absorber, and that absorber is 50% potassium hydroxide. Its weight amount is placed in that chamber. Now, the last chamber is that chamber which absorbs all that compounds which are not absorbed in these chambers. So we designated, we specified that chamber for those substances which are not absorbed. So when the process is started, carbon of the organic compound is converted into the carbon dioxide. When the oxygen bond with the hydrogen, then it is converted into the water, and oxygen also remain in the oxygen form. Now these carbon dioxide and that water is absorbed in their relevant absorbers, that is the water is absorbed in the magnesium perchlorate, and carbon dioxide is absorbed in the 50% of the potassium hydroxide. Now these samples are withdrawn and then again weighed, and by the difference method, by the method of the difference, how much compound is formed in that absorber, we calculate the percentage of the different constituent of the compound like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in that formula, and that is the percentage of the carbon is determined by the formula is equal to the mass of carbon dioxide divided by the mass of the compound multiplied by the 12 divided by 44, that is the atomic mass of the carbon, that is the molecular mass of the carbon dioxide, which is multiplied by the 100. In this way, we can calculate the percentage of the carbon in the sample of the organic compound. Secondly, the percentage of the hydrogen is also calculated by the mass of the water divided by the mass of the compound multiplied by the 2 divided by 18, and 2 is the mass of the hydrogen molecule and 18 is the molecular mass of the water, which is multiplied by the 100. In this way, we get the percentage of the hydrogen. Thirdly, the percentage of the oxygen is not measured directly, so that percentage of the oxygen is measured, is determined by the method of the difference, and that method of the difference is that we can measure the percentage of the oxygen by that difference method, and percentage of oxygen is equal to 100 minus the percentage of the carbon plus the percentage of the hydrogen. Minus from the 100 will give the percentage of the oxygen, and in this way we can calculate the percentage of the different elements of the organic compounds which is going to be the studied. Students, that is the simple combustion analysis method by which we can analyze the simple organic compounds for the determination of the empirical formula and the molecular formula. So if you find any problem, you may ask in our channel by writing your questions, and we will inshallah reply you properly to your answers, and in this way we will follow you. Thank you very much.